question I want to ask you, I mean, where we are, you see, this is a country where there is diversity, and we are talking cultures, values, morals. What are the challenges? Because when we talk about parents, then parents raise their children differently.
Yes.
You've got some ethnic, like Africans. There are some cultures where they say, oh, a child has to behave like this and this, and so what are the challenges? I don't even know how to bring it about. I'm thinking being different cultures, values and morals, which have to be, complied with. What are the challenges?
Okay, the challenges that I have realized working within the community, for me, I came to this country, did a master's program, then went into the teacher training program and became a teacher. And I believe from that exposure, I quickly realized that I needed to adapt my parenting to be able to ensure that I am not using old weapons to fight a modern war, if you get what I mean. Because for a lot of us, the challenge as African parents raising children in diaspora is that we come with our own mindset about parenting. Okay, and the mindset we come with into this part of the world stems from how we were parented. Because whether you want it or not, we are a product of our background. So the way we were parented, we will see it being reflected in the way we parent our children, unless we start to consciously do things differently, educate ourselves, try and understand the society in which we live, and know that, okay, these are the positive things in our parenting style back in Africa, and what are the positive things in the way parenting works in this country, so that
there are things we impose onto the children of this generation in the diaspora, where because there is a challenge also. We are in the days of google.com and
social media.
Because in our days it wasn't like that. So the way the system works here is different. So you find that a parent still wants to impose what they think worked in those days.
That is it.
To this generation. Is that what you're trying to say?
That is what I'm saying. And what we see therefore is, as you mentioned earlier on at the start of this program, is a serious breakdown in relationship between children and between teenagers and parents. And when that happens, the main concern is that parents are meant to be the number one influencers of their children. They are the role models. Now, if there's a breakdown in that relationship, then it's difficult and really challenging for you as a parent to be that influencer, be that person that your child looks up to. And so a lot of the work we do with parents is, how do we unlearn some methods that would not work in this part of the world, and then relearn new ways of parenting, which is about positive parenting, which is about developing good relationships with our children. It's about setting those boundaries that protect our children. Another challenge is parents not being too sure of what to do, and then just giving up, and children are left to their own the word has gone off my head, to themselves, and they basically self-parent themselves, or they start to impose what they want, and they are the parents in the home. There are a lot of homes where the children are completely out of control, and parents just have no voice because they are not confident about what they should be doing, about their role as parents. In this part of the world, there are lots of challenges within our community.
A lot of challenges, like broken relationships, broken families, where children have to take on a lot.
Absolutely.
And in the end it has led to gangs. That's why next time, if you keep following us, we'll have Pauline again. Please keep following us, because this is deep really. It's not something we can finish now. We'll be doing it in series, because I also want us, next time, I want us to address this issue where single young ladies give birth to only one child, and then they leave mom and child are very close, and then by the time mom falls in love with someone, and then that someone moves into the house, and then they have one TV set, and then they start fighting for space. The new husband or boyfriend wants to watch news, and the child wants to watch cartoon, and they all have one audience, who is the mom. So the mom has to be wise to balance this. So in the end, you realize that they constrict either the child or the new husband. So the mom has to be wise, really. So at this time, they both come back at the end of the day. They tell their story, how the day went, but they all want one person to listen. Now the mom will have to listen to another one and shut one up, which is not good. But I'm thinking here we have to consider the children. So in the end, children find that home is boring, so they end up on the streets. Guess who do they find? Drug dealers. And so, but that will be another story. I'm bringing this to a conclusion. Two things I want us to do. Before you speak your last message for this series, or for this moment, I just wanted to ask you, what drove you to become a children's coach? Do you remember any challenges as a child? Did you have to face something, traumas?
Okay, that's a very good question. Right, several things led to the work that I do. While working as a teacher, I realized that a lot of kids were not doing well in school, not because they were not bright, or they didn't have the ability, but just because they didn't have that support. They didn't just have a purpose. If you don't have a purpose, you don't see, well, where is this education taking me to? You won't see why you need to put in the effort. You don't see why do I need to be a confident young person? Why do I need to be well behaved? Why do I need to take responsibility? Those skills that people as adults need to succeed in life. I realized that these children didn't have these skills, and I felt that the education needed to comprise these skills. Educational system does not teach these skills, and a lot of parents themselves don't know they need to be teaching these skills. So if school is not doing this, parents are not doing this, then we end up with a lot of adults, getting into real life, children age 18, 19, getting into university, not equipped to face real life and to face it successfully.
But they're just studying with no purpose.
That is it. So in addition to helping children, therefore, to do well in school, I therefore started off the personal development workshop, the personal development training, which are the skill sets, the mindset, the attributes of successful people. And I felt when children grasp this early on in life, they are more likely to do well at anything. So we're not therefore.
So we are talking extra skill, extra
that is right. So those are the personal development of the success skills and success strategies that people need to succeed in life. And you're going to see that as adults, a lot of people lack them. And so they see themselves not moving on. Either in a career, they're not moving on. In a business, they're not moving on. They don't have these skills. But once we get these children to own these skills young, they can start to.
So we are talking being observant.
That's right.
Getting to understand these kids, and you're thinking, okay, she's studying medicine, but there's also this extra bit,
That's
and you support them into that. Because many people have studied for professions, especially in this country. You hear someone say, "Oh, I studied to be a psychologist." Well, in Uganda, where I come from originally, being a psychology was a flat course, so you're not guaranteed a job, out there, though I think today it's necessary. We didn't know the necessity then. But in this country, it's a professional course. But you find so many people loitering on the streets saying, yes, I graduated, I even did masters, but I can't find a job. So when we talk about purpose, it's very important.
Absolutely.
Because most of us who walk up again, you're thinking, yes, I've graduated, but what next now? You put in a lot of effort doing those dissertations, wake up nights, and but we just have to end it.
There's so much to discuss, isn't there?
And please allow me, we will come back. We'll do this in series because it's about foundation.
Yes.
It's about, because the children we are talking about are becoming the leaders.
Yes.
But we are looking for effective leaders, not wounded leaders, not leaders with gaps, not leaders with a purpose. No. We want people who are effective, so we are building kind of a generation, if I may put it, So just one word or two words to the viewers, and then we'll bring it to a conclusion.
Okay. So I just want to, for parents viewing, I want you to believe this. Yes, that there's greatness in your child, and there's greatness in yourself. And as parents, I would say to you to work on yourself, to empower yourself, because an empowered parent would be able to empower the child effectively. Don't limit your child, believe in the abilities in your child, and go all out of the way to invest your time, to invest your resources in your child. I've discovered that investing in our children is the best investment that we can do, that will yield rewards. Sometimes you invest in stock exchange, it goes up and down, you lose money. But when you invest in your child, you are assured to see the fruits. And God has given us the responsibility to train up our children. It's a mandate. It's not a choice. It's a mandate that we have to raise up these children. They are a blank slate in our hands. So we need to do the things we need to do to write down what we want, what life we want, what sort of children we want to raise up, and it all lies within us. 90% of how your child turns out depends on you. So empower yourself so that you can empower your child. There is greatness in you, and there is greatness in your child.
Thank you, Pauline, Limen. Thank you so much for your time. And it's been a wonderful time with you. And we'll be continuing from here. As time goes on, we'll update you. And please keep following us. And we'll put the details of Pauline on the screen. It won't be long from now. You'll find the contacts that you need. Thank you so much for viewing.